Remember that video I made a few months back where I told you about my plans for this new awesome project where I would report on the world news, just like I do in Ukraine? But I first wanted to complete a totally apolitical world map to make it as de facto as possible. Well, if not, watch that video first and then come back to this one afterwards. Well, I uploaded that video on October 6th, literally a day before the start of the Israeli-Hamas war, which then I started reporting at instead. So that's why you haven't received an update on this project until now. But to be fair, I did tell you in that video not to expect the next part anytime soon. And the same goes for part 3. My schedule is very busy, reporting on 2 wars weekly while having a normal full-time job and trying to keep a social life all at the same time. I'm sure you understand. It's all good, but I did have some unexpected free time today, so I decided to make this update on how far I've gotten since last time. I know I said I'd only show you North America last time, but I've actually made about half of South America too, so why not show you that as well? Especially since I've barely worked on this since November, and I seem to be stuck at Brazil and all their tribes. More on that later. Let me show you what I've got. I did some research on the Mexican cartels, and with your help I reached the conclusion that there are 5 factions powerful enough to merit being shown as de facto independent entities. We've got the 4 cartels of Tijuana, Juarez, Sinaloa, and the Jalisco New Generation. And then we have this far leftist militant group in the south known as the Zapatista that I didn't even know about. And as I'm making this video, I'm discovering that they dissolved their autonomous municipalities back in November 2023, but still kind of remain, it seems. So I'll need some input from you on whether I should remove them or no. Apart from Mexico, there was really only the G9 family and allies, as well as the GPEP alliance in Haiti to show. Full disclosure, I didn't find any good info on the territories they control, other than that they control much of the capital Port-au-Prince as well as the areas around it, so I pretty much made it up as I drew the map. Then we move on to South America, which was a whole nother thing to deal with. Like I said, I got stuck here, but I did complete every country from Venezuela down to Bolivia as best I could. And again, I'll be honest, Colombia is an oversimplification, but what choice did I have, honestly? Thank God for this video right here is all I'm saying. It's crazy down there. What's that I hear? You want me to name all the de facto countries in South America that I added, just so you know I didn't make it all up? Sure, just bear in mind that my South American native tribal tongue is a bit rusty, so I may or may not mispronounce. Who cares, you won't know either. And also, these tribes are just the ones that I've deemed are not de facto part of the jure countries they're in. They don't pay any taxes, they don't have much contact with the rest of the world, if any. They're pretty much independent for all intents and purposes, which was the whole point of this project. So, yeah. And also, I won't be showing which ones are which. Sorry, but I don't have the time. And if it really matters in the future, I can just find out quite easily. But right now, I simply don't have the time to do all that research and editing. It would take hours that I don't have. All right. In Venezuela, we've got the Hoti, Yanomami, and Piaroa tribes. In the oversimplified Colombia, we've got the FARC dissidents grouped together in dark red, the National Liberation Army, which spreads over to Venezuela, and the clan del Golfo, and finally the Nucac tribe. That's the little one in green there. In Ecuador, we've got the Tagaeri and Taromenane tribes. In Peru, we've got the many tribes by the names of Ashaninka, Chitonahua, Iskunahua, Cacataibu, Capanawa, Mashiguenga, Mashkupiru, Mastanahua, Mayuruna, Murunahua, Nanti, Pananuyuri, and Yora tribes. You have no idea how many takes that took, and also I don't know why I get a Finnish accent when pronouncing South American tribes. Also shown in Peru are the militarized Communist Party of Peru, the Red Mantaro Base Committee, the Shining Path, the Tawantinsuyu Plurinationalist Reservist Association, and finally in Bolivia we've got the Ayorreo, Pacahuara, and Toromona tribes. Well, that about sums it up for this update. If you've got maps that could help me with Brazil or the rest of the South American countries, or any tips for improving the already mapped de facto countries, you are more than welcome to send it to my business mail, which you'll find in the About tab of my channel page, or just leave them in the comments of this video. Thank you.